जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। तीन महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। हमारा राइट हैंड हम भूमि माता पर रखेंगे और हमारा पूरा चित्त हम हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी में लाएंगे। श्री माता जी को प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी हमारे लेफ्ट साइड के सभी दोष, सभी बाधाएं आप भूमि तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। श्रीमाता जी, हमारी इड़ा नाड़ी पूर्णतः शुद्ध और चैतन्यमय कीजिए। हमारा राइट हैंड हम श्री माता जी की तरफ रखेंगे और हमारा लेफ्ट हैंड हम आकाश की तरफ लाएंगे। हमारा पूरा चित्त हम हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी में लाते हैं। श्री माता जी को प्रार्थना करते हैं, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, हमारे राइट साइड के सभी दोष, सभी बाधाएं आप आकाश तत्व में विलीन कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी पूर्णतः शुद्ध और चैतन्यमय कीजिए। हमारा लेफ्ट हैंड हम श्री माता जी की तरफ लाएंगे। हमारे दोनों हाथ हम भूमि माता पर रखेंगे और हमारा पूरा चित्त हम हमारी मध्य नाड़ी सुषुम्ना नाड़ी में लाएंगे। माता जी को प्रार्थना करते हैं, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा करके हमें संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारी स्थिति पूर्णतः संतुलित कीजिए। हमारे दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ लाते हैं। और हमारा पूरा चित्त हम सहस्त्रार में रखेंगे। इसी स्थिति में हम श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करेंगे।
Thank you. Okay, so we got to the physical cue.
5 seconds.
Okay.
It's like 9.
Srimati, can self-realization happen to animals?
Oh, they so not. Because human beings are they are the epitome of God's creation, and they have this right to have this last breakthrough into collective consciousness, the new awareness, which is described by Jung very clearly, because he also got his realization.
Okay, thank you. As we come to Jung at the end. So, cut it.
Okay, rolling. 5.
You can say one thing here, that they
Okay, we're rolling. Take 10.
Srimataji, is there an organization for which people have to pay money for their self-realization in order to keep them committed to?
this is a living process of the living energy of living God. And you cannot pay because God doesn't understand money. But it is important that they have to be free to come to Sahaja. There is no manipulation, there is no forcing. And those who want to stay and work it out are allowed, but those who don't want are asked to get out. There is no halfway, because you have to grow. Just like a little plant has to become the tree, a Sahaja yogi has to become real ardent Sahaja, but he leads a life not of an ascetic, but would be married, have children, have a very, very normal life. The best thing would be to ask the Sahajogis themselves what they feel, because they are absolutely free people. It is their feeling of joy that makes them committal to Sahaja. They want to share it, like a drunkard wants to share his drink with others. In the same way, those who are drunk in the nectar of God's love want to share it, and that's how they are committed. But for that, they don't have to give any money and give up any family life. They have to be very normal people. And they become extremely normal. They drop out all their idiosyncrasies, they drop out all their funny habits and become very dignified, very intelligent, understanding, wise Sahajogis.
Thank you. Got it.
Then Wolfgang says I could feel my chakras and the chakras of others on my fingertips. And now we come to something for you to record, which you want to talk about when you become collectively conscious, you enter the kingdom of God, you become a being.
Oh, sorry.
That I've already
I'm
said.
talking on the wrong one. Audio ident, this
But
is
when
an
you
interview with
become
Srimati Nirmala
collectively
Devi
conscious,
Yes, you did say that.
I
on
can
6th of
say that
December
when you become
1989 in
collectively conscious,
London.
then
Nick Granby
you can feel
Who's the
others
interviewer,
on your
Channel 1,
fingertips.
Srimati on Channel 2, backed up Channel 4.
Yes, you entered. I mean, it'd be nice if you could say it again for this.
Okay, so Nick in 5.
Okay.
Take 1, scene 29.
There's no question really, because this is just going to follow straight on after someone saying I could feel my chakras and the chakras of others on my fingertips. So if you could tell us about feeling the chakras, please.
What should I say?
About becoming collectively conscious, please.
As a result of this, a new dimension of awareness dawns on your central nervous system, and you become collectively conscious. Means you can feel the chakras of other people on your fingertips. Also, it means that a microcosm now has the feeling of the macrocosm. That is, a small little drop has now become an ocean, or you can say that now you can feel a part and parcel of the Virat. You can feel it. It's no question of mental understanding. You just feel it on your fingertips. Because who is the other there?
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Why do Sahaja Yogis call it as Mahayoga?
Take 2, scene 30. Wrong.
So she take 1 this evening.
Take one.
Sorry.
Okay, in 5.
Srimataji, why do Sahaja yogis call this Mahayoga?
See, they have realized that Sahaja Yoga of present day is very much wider, subtler than the Sahaja Yoga that was practiced since long in our country. Now, a person who becomes a Sahaja Yogi can feel the centers on his fingertips of other people. He can give realizations to others. He can understand that Kundalini will only rise when you cleanse your chakras by understanding that all those great incarnations and the great saints we can say all the great prophets who came on this earth and who created these great religions are within us, and that all of them are part and parcel of our being, and they are like milestones of our progress in our evolution. And when they raise the Kundalini and it stops at a particular center, they have to take the name of that particular prophet or a particular incarnation, then only the Kundalini moves. So it is not mental, but through experience and experiments, they have realized that all the religions which were created were flowers of the same tree. And human beings have plucked them, made them dead, and are using them as their own. They are dead flowers. And that's why all the problem. These are all man-made religion. So it is called as Mahayoga because it integrates all the scriptures, all the prophecies, all the religions in their essence. Because the essence of all the religion is one, that seek the eternal and transitory to be treated in its own limitations and understanding. We don't have to preach that all religions are the same, we are our brothers and sisters, and then we just start fighting. It just becomes part and parcel of your being. You just know that every religion is absolutely born on the same tree of life. So we have Jews who worship Christ, we have Christians who worship Krishna, we have Muslims who worship Rama. So we have all sorts of people who are of that level that from that height they see that all these rivers are flowing into one ocean, and from the same ocean the vapors of spirituality have risen and have brought the clouds of spirituality, and again they are pouring down as pure vibrations on human beings.
Right. Got that, please. 43.
Oh.
Well, it ends up, it is such a wonderful centre you have got, this is what you already said, which has got 4 petals, which looks after the pelvic plexus. And now we need to have you continue what? Magnetism, Sri Ganesha, because you talked about the birds finding their way. Sri Ganesha and chastity were the 3 things you wanted to add about.
You see, this is the center. I'll just put it
Oh,
on.
we're okay.
Are you running?
Yes, we can start.
Take 1, scene 43.
Now this is the center, surprisingly, is the most important one, because this was the first center created, as in the universe. The first thing that was created was purity, innocence, and this is the center of innocence. And the special thing about innocence is that whatever you may try, whatever you may do, whatever sins you may commit, this innocence can be clouded but cannot be destroyed. And this is a very good advantage, that this power of innocence is always readily available when you awaken the Kundalini of people. So everybody can get realization. Now this center has got 4 petals, and in details I have given many lectures about it. But what is to be understood that innocence is the most important quality, and that's why whether it's a woman or a man, the chastity is to be worshipped and to be respected. There were people like Freud who were half-baked, and they are the ones who have brought AIDS and all these experiments, because whatever human beings have, they think they have every right to experiment with. But this way it has proved to be extremely dangerous. People are now suffering from all kinds of problems all over. It may be that it was not their mistake, but definitely it was their ignorance. So one has to decry it and stop it. I told about this long time back in America that such and such disease will come. Even today, people think no end of Freud and still are not understanding what are they up to. We are not a sex point. We have to become a superhuman being, a saint. So, to reduce yourself to a sex point or to learn something from animal sex behavior is nonsense. Because we have freedom, we should not go into abandonment and know that in no religion it is being preached that you can play with your innocence. Witness, it's all right, doesn't matter, it's all right.
And then you had the idea of people being in the water and being talking about them coming out of the water into the boat and having a picture of people in the water and getting into a boat and feeling better. That was something
in the boat they should say, help, help, help.
Because
If you are in the water.
Take 1 scene 50.
I'm sorry, Shirashi, can we start again?
So sorry. If you are in the water, you are afraid of the waves because you don't know how to swim. But if you are put in a boat, then you can see the waves and you enjoy them. But supposing you know swimming, then you can swim and save other people. So this is the state you achieve. Like in a car, we have an accelerator and also a brake. So in the beginning, we have to learn how to manage these two. Once we have got that balance, we become a driver, but still the master is sitting behind. But once you get realization, you become the master, and you see the driver, the brake, and the accelerator, and you control it completely. You are completely in control with yourself.
okay, got it.
Then,
Take
what
1
am I to
scene.
say?
About the Kundalini being our own mother, our individual mother, guiding our ascent, and then how Adi Shankaracharya describes her.
Take 1 scene 54.
Kundalini is our individual mother, and as your mother took all the pains upon herself while giving you realization, she looks after you and you don't feel anything. Now, the awakening of Kundalini and its manifestation has been described by many saints, especially in India, like Kabira, Ganeshwara has clearly talked about it. But above all, we should say Sri Adi Shankaracharya has beautifully described it. Though we had Markandeya, and other people who have also very beautifully given information about that. But Adi Shankaracharya's poetry is beautiful. Same with Ganeshwara, who was a young person who died very early and who has beautifully described how Kundalini looks like, how she works. In the sixth chapter of his book called as Ganeshwari.
So, right, cut it for a minute, because I mean, we can separate them if you like.
Same thing, I can say it all that just now.
And this is the time, the last judgment and resurrection of the new Satya Yuga age, prophesied in all the world great religions. The world is not to be destroyed. Would God, who loves us very much, gives us doomsday, not the resurrection.
I think at this point to stop is better. The film should stop at this point.
Because we've got...
No, it's all right, perfect. All right.
Take one, scene 59 and 60.
Ready?
I've already called it as the blossom time. That means there are so many flowers on the tree of life who are about to become fruits and have become fruits. So the modern times, which were called as Kali Yuga, have now come to an end, and a new age has started, which is called as Krita Yuga, when the all-pervading power starts working it out. Is a Krita Yuga. That has also started, which will end up into Satya Yuga, means the age of truth. So in this Krita Yuga, this all-pervading power is going to work out miracles. It is going to work out the Kundalini awakening. It is going to give signs of its existence. It is going to help people to bring about political changes, and also mental attitudes will change. So many things it is going to work out. That's why it is called as Krita Yuga, where it will work out. The blossom time is working out, and this is the time what we can call as the last judgment. The last judgment where people will be judged through their own Kundalini. You must have seen the picture of Sistine Chapel done by Michelangelo. And that's exactly is the Kundalini, where they have shown Christ standing at Argatic. This is the last judgment. Or in the Quran, it is described as the resurrection time, as Qiyamah, as they have in chapter where it is described all about this Krita Yuga. So this Krita Yuga is the special time of judgment. And after the judgment, the Satya Yuga will come, where the people who have known the truth, have felt it on their central nervous system, will be in charge of this world and this humanity. This is what is going to happen in the future. Whatever is described by Bhrigu Muni is already happening, and the way there are so many political changes taking place so dramatically and so fast, one should expect a very beautiful world by the end of this century, of people who feel each other, love each other, and who abide in the kingdom of God with the discipline of Ramaraj. When will you ask this question?
Ah.
At the end of it?
I don't know yet. I think we'll have to see when it's all together.
Just
where it
before
best
the
goes
end.
in. Yes, probably.
Just before the end.
It's like a climax.
Oh.
Are we rolling? This better call is 68A at the moment.
Take 168A.
जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को आज के ध्यान के लिए आभार प्रकट करेंगे। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपने हम सभी से आज का ये ध्यान करवा के लिया, इसके लिए हम आपके कोटि कोटि आभारी हैं। हम सभी श्री माता जी को नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। जय श्री माता जी।